Stripped, a post-hospital reflection on ego death and divine protection, a reflection on surrender, resilience, and the compass within. I've been stripped before in this life, by grief, by heartbreak, by the slow unraveling of identities I thought were mine to keep. And still, I had hoped, naively maybe, that my spiritual path no longer required the particular pain that comes with ego death. But here I am, home from a 2-week hospital stay in Costa Rica, and I am deep in integration. Not just of a physical illness, but the stripping away that occurred in the hospital bed, moment by moment. I was stripped of the illusion of control. This infection charted its own mysterious course, and I could only surrender. I had to trust medical professionals I had never met in a country not my own. There was no space for managing or micromanaging, only a wave I had to ride. I was stripped of self-sufficiency. My first sponge bath, assisted bedpan use, veins so thin and delicate that IV insertions left bruises blooming across my arms and hands. My body, my vessel, my compass, felt both overstimulated and dulled by painkillers. I began to detach. I began to doubt. I was stripped of a sense of safety in my own skin. The bacteria that nearly killed me may still live on me, dormant. The doctors warned me even the tiniest cut could invite it back in. And so, with every small nick or scrape, I now carry a new vigilance, a new fear. Before I fell ill, I was in the running for 2 aligned job opportunities, both promising stability, health insurance, income. But the interviews were canceled, the offers went to others. I was stripped of that hope for financial grounding. And then there was Costa Rica. The land, the calling, the project I've nurtured like a seed in the womb. Arca. A vision I've believed in with my whole being. And yet, even that was shaken. What if this illness wasn't just a detour, but a redirection? A friend asked me something that has echoed in my mind ever since. Have you only been selectively seeing the signs that align with what you want? Maybe. I don't lie when people ask what it was like. It was a lot. It is a lot. I've integrated psychedelic journeys with more grace than this. This experience cracked something deeper. And yet, there were moments of deep clarity, pockets of grace, divine reminders that not all was lost. I am still divinely protected. That knowing never left. Weeks before I left for the trip, a healer and podcast guest, Laura Sabados, told me Mother Mary was with me, that she wanted me to strengthen my body. I listened. I stopped drinking alcohol. I reduced sugar. I even completed a 5.5-day water fast. I believe that this preparatory work is what allowed my body to survive the infection, to heal as quickly as it did. I listened to my inner voice when it nudged insistently to buy trip insurance, something I rarely do. I heard the whispers. I followed them. Even as I was stripped of so many things, I still had my internal power. It didn't always feel accessible, but when I remembered to summon it, it rose like a golden light from within. My connection to Source, unshakable, unstrippable. And on my journey home, still sore and stitched and unsure of what was next, I met an angel. She was a woman living with stage 4 breast cancer, traveling to Costa Rica to visit her 100th country. Her body was shutting down, and yet she moved forward. She kept going. As I hobbled down the ramp to the plane, dragging my stitched-up leg, I looked at her and felt something click. She knew what it meant to be uncertain, to be stripped. And yet, she wasn't stuck. She chose momentum. She chose experience. She chose life. And I remembered, so can I. I haven't lost my compass. It's simply recovering. Healing takes time, but when it's ready, it will point me toward what's next. May Isis, great mother of magic and healing, continue to walk with me as she always has, close to my heart, quite literally in the form of the pendant I wear around my neck. Most who see it think it's an angel, and perhaps she is, winged and luminous, a divine protector cloaked in mystery. But I know her as the one who gathers the broken pieces, who sings life back into what was thought lost. She is the weaver of worlds, the one who shows us that nothing sacred is ever truly destroyed. In her embrace, I remember that this path of stripping down is also a path of sacred reconstruction.